Well, now it says I'm live, so maybe now it'll be live. Weird. That's okay. A lot of things are weird. A lot of things are weird. Yes, that I know, but well, that's weird. It says Facebook user. Hey, Dawn. What? You don't have a face? Hi, Denise. Hello, Facebook user with no name. Oh. For a minute there, it's like I'm going to try to stay on, but feel like crap. Okay. Why don't you have a face to you? That's Jeremy. How come I can't see? Oh, I must have put it to my. Okay, so anyone that's on my that comes from Facebook personal page, gotcha. Hi, Jeremy. You don't feel good, honey? Well, you know what? You can always run this again. That's fine. You can watch it another time. I wonder why it's doing that. It should be. Let me see if I can. Um, hmm. Well, no, that's not going to help me. Well, you can't even share. Well, that's very weird. Very weird. Hmm. Let's try something a little different. Aha! I got it. I understand. Uh huh. Now it should be better. Should be better now. You might have to go out and come back in of the live. It for some reason it shared it instead of the Coffee with Dawn page, it shared it with Coffee with Dawn group. And Facebook is there, they don't let us see comments anymore because they really want us to use their live producer. But when I share the live producer, it doesn't reach the amount of people it should. No, Denise? From my end, it says that it's doing it. So let's do this and see if it helps. We're going to, yeah, it says public. It's so weird. So it didn't help at all. I added it to, if you go out and go to the, let's try this. Here we go. No, that'll take it away from both Facebook. Okay, so if you go out of this live feed, go to the Coffee with Dawn page, business page, and you should see it posted there. I can see you, Ada. Yay! I'm just going to have to do this. And if it gives me a problem, then it gives me a problem. There we go. Now, maybe you guys. Hi, Allison. How are you? How are you guys? Hey, Michelle. Listen, guys, I'm also broadcasting this out to live on YouTube. So if you really can't get in any other way, just go head on over to YouTube and you'll see me live there. Now I'm drinking from my cup today. Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura. Welcome, welcome, everyone coming in. And for those of you who are not coming in and you are just listening to the live, hello. Oh, I gotta say something here. I meant to post it and I never did because I got so busy today. Todd Peterson, thank you so much for that donation. You have no idea the joy it brought me. Oh, you came back through Coffee with Dawn. Yay, Carol. Excellent. Eccellente. I'm practicing a lot of Italian lately. So, Todd, I have to thank you. I'm glad that you listened to your intuition. Um, because I have been eating gluten free. Hey, Marge. Yay. See, Marge caught me over on YouTube. Yay. So, eating, hi, Kirsten. Busy day, but productive, very productive. I had to go out and buy food, and I'm like, oh man, this stuff is so expensive. And just as I'm out in the store going, okay, so I can't afford this and this. So what do I? Boom. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I mean, just rice, flour to do any kind of baking or cooking using flour. It's like $5.94 a bag for me. So I've had to do like, and I know, hi Gabrielle, hi Gabby. I know like the thing of it is that um eating gluten free uh is actually, there's no difference in taste. Some of the stuff tastes much better, but I'm trying to get away from eating gluten-free products that are bagged and boxed. I'm trying to go with just eating like raw fruits and vegetables, stuff like that. It is very expensive to eat healthy, Kirsten. You're exactly right. Ah, oh, Todd, really? I'm hearing. Did you get tested? Does your doctor know? Follow up with that. I keep hearing follow up, follow up. So I'm not sure, Todd, what you have to follow up. Well, yeah. You know what? That will make you sick. And it's like for me, I don't know which came first, the gluten allergy or the blockage in my chakra. Do you know what I mean? Because I had it in the solar plexus. So wasn't quite sure. Good. That's all you need to do is just see a doctor. All right, cool. Um, so Spirit gave me something quite unique. What is it doing now? Well, that was weird. I don't know what that was about. It just went black and then I'm back. Hi, Zay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, Spirit gave me something that they wanted me to talk about. Back about probably back in what was that? That was probably at least 92. So like, you're talking like almost 20 years ago. I developed a technique that I used and used it very well. And since then, other people have used it, and it works for them. But like any good technique, if it's a new technique that doctors, surgeons have to use it, there's trials. You have to be ready for these new things coming. So you always have to kind of be ready for these new things coming, right? Well, one of the things, especially with the retrograde, is that feelings and emotions are going to be coming into play, and they're going to be kind of bubbling up from your core. All right. This is going to come through in a couple different ways. It will come through in hi Cam, and blocks to your chakras, emotional blocks. You're going to have a lot of triggers and re-triggers. So this was a good time to actually bring forth this technique. Good afternoon, Miss Jen. If I'm not looking at the comments or don't get to say hello to you, please know I do appreciate you being here. The thing of it is that we go through life with no book. We go through life from our heart and head space. We go through life making errors because we're supposed to. This is how we learn. We learn from all of these things. Do you know what I mean? So, on some things, we are supposed to stumble and fall, and it's how we pick ourselves up that really teach us the biggest lesson. But one of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned, and thank God I can do it without even thinking about it, okay, is taking a person and their behaviors and filtering out their behaviors, not accepting their behaviors, and loving the people that they are. This was a very hard lesson for me to learn. I had to literally, well, what I had done was I just filtered these toxic people out of my life and put a very private fence around myself from them. And then someone talked to me about universal love. And I thought, they always seem to be at peace. And this person then said, well, I'd like to mentor you in this. And I wasn't quite getting the concept he was trying to give me. Wasn't getting that technique because I didn't have the concept of it. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for what he wanted to show me. So I struggled with it probably longer than I should have ever had to. Excuse me. But a beautiful thing, and I even remember where I was at the time it happened. You know how some things in our life are so monumentous that we remember where we are at the time these things happen? Excuse me. I remember where I was when I said, oh, I did it. I stopped. I was walking. I was walking with my then husband. And I was walking with my children. We were walking to it, kind of like a farming field kind of day, up to where there was a place, and it was rides, kind of like a street fair. Excuse me, I'm just going to take a little sip here. So, I just stopped in the middle of the road. Well, I was in the middle. I was in like on the road, and the kids were on the sidewalk being pushed by their dad. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Devora. So I'm sitting there and I'm standing. Well, I'm not sitting there, but I'm standing there and I'm going, wow, I did it. And my husband looks back at me and says, what the hell did you do now? Did you forget our money? We're walking these kids up here and we have no money for ride. No, I just accomplished something. He said, well, you didn't accomplish walking fast. Do I have to stop for you? I said, no, just keep going. I'll walk behind you. The nature of our relationship. And it dawned on me, wow, I did it. I'm so proud of myself. I got to remember how I came to that point. So when I got there, we didn't at the time, cell phones were these big, enormous things. They were like the size of, okay, guys, they were the size of my comb. And you would go with these big, long antennas, and they had to hook into these things, and they could only hook into your car. If you brought them in the house, everyone looked at you like you're crazy. So cell phones did not exist. So I made up a song and I sang a song to myself. And that's how I remembered how I got to that place. So today I'm going to start the process of showing you how I got there and the technique that's worked for me and a few other people that I've helped along the way. But before we get to that technique, you have to be ready. And all that entails is a matter of mindset. But you have to be okay within your soul to get to a mindset. Like I'm going to give you, for instance, you'll know that you're ready when you can look at somebody who's just majorly either gaslighted you, was abusive to you, did something really detrimental that you're like, what? And, inside your mind, you're saying a much different thing. It's the person you don't have to deal with. So you say, you know what? I have to go home. Have a nice day. Have a great day. Have a great day. You guys who know me know that I always incorporate my cups. I try to do it with whatever spirit gives me for the day. And this is something spirit did give me. So if someone takes offense, that's about you. But on the outside, I used to say, have a great day to people. But this is what I was really thinking. I have a cup of coffee, so I can't exactly do it. But when you drink, you got to look at the bottom here. Ready? I have a dear friend, and she was drinking that cup one day. I was like, oh, I could so use that. And I had it for this presentation. I had it in mind for this presentation. And never have I done it in the probably 8 months to a year that I've had the cup. But today was time. Not time for me, but time for someone out there. They need to hear this. So I was wasting a lot of my energy and focus on my feelings about what this person just said to me. Because I know in my heart of hearts what they were doing. I know that what they were saying was not their truth, but their anger, and it was aimed at me. So, hey, Margaret, yay. Ada, you'll have to ask Denise where it came from. I'm not sure. It was a gift from Denise. But it was something that once I saw that, it triggered me back to 1992 when I would visualize me saying this to people on the bottom of my cup. Watch carefully. On the outside, I was saying, have a good day. Or I'd say, thank you for sharing. But on the inside, I was doing this. So what that was, it was about me not being my truthful self. It was about me not dealing with their really, for all intents purposes, their emotions. I'm only responsible for my emotions. I'm only responsible for how I react. I'm not responsible for how anybody else reacts. So if someone says something to me that's abusive, I have to laugh now. I'm in a different place than I was then. But then I was like, hi, Cheryl. I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like I was like mentally giving them the finger when I was like, so I dealt with that for many years, and it took a lot of my energy. And it was like just when I was being awakened, it was the very start of my awakening. So I was just coming to terms with energy and allowing myself to feel it. So I had a lot of people's energy that I was dealing with, but it was the ones that was directly aimed at me that really caused me great angst. So I tried learning this technique, different than the one I'm going to show you. And by the way, this is only part one. Part two will come Monday, because if you're really serious about this, I'm going to give you kind of like homework to do for over the weekend. All right. Because these are people that we come into contact with, like some of us every day. Some of us, they're family. We can't get away from them. Some of us we work with and we can't get away from them. If you've ever had anyone steal your work, steal your kudos, oh, yeah, I came up with this concept myself. And you're thinking, baloney, I just talked to her about it 10 minutes ago. I was going to present it. Have a great day. You can use this. Now, you're going to be doing one of three things when people do this. Well, I didn't know who needed it, but Spirit told me it's more than one. So you're not alone. Well, we're never alone. But you're going to be doing one of three things. When this happens, you're going to get to a point where you're going to totally, completely shut that individual out of your life. Completely out of your life. And I will have you know that I've done all three of these things. So I'm no different than you guys, okay? I am no different than you, okay? You're going to shut them out of your life completely. Like, they're rubbish. I'm throwing out the garbage. I used to have that happen all the time, Ada. It drove me crazy until I figured, why am I depleting my energy, my positivity on somebody that will never learn? They'll never get it. So I would. First thing I did, I completely, that's all right, Deborah, just, you can always go back and watch it on the replay. I took that person and completely squelched them out of my life until I found myself doing it 3 times. Not with the same person, with different people. But they were different because it was work related. I would go through the same thing that Ada does. And I would always find, or they would find me, I think, more often, that the person that would steal my ideas were in every department I moved to. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. Why am I running from this situation? I need to, okay, use my discernment in discerning what is their behavior and what is, the person that became so cynical, the person that became so dark, the person that became so intolerable that I wasn't the only one who moved around to inter departments. So I went to this gentleman who had actually once been a therapist of mine years and years before that. And I couldn't get the technique he was showing me. Hey, Chris, that's all right. You're loved as usual. So anyway, he tried to show me his way, and I realized it's not working for me. So then the next thing I did, okay, the first thing I did was totally close out that person. They were gone out of my existence. Then there was another person just like that. And I'm like, I can do it with you too. Zap, okay, you're gone. I'm transferring out now. Then the second thing I did was say, okay, well, you know what? I can't run away from these people. They're all over. I guess I'm just going to have to accept it. What? Do not accept that behavior. You are more than capable of coming up with your own different ways of utilizing this technique. Okay? Don't give up on yourself. You are worth it. You are worthy of good things. So don't ever feel like you have to accept someone's negativity. You have to accept a behavior that is not in alignment with your soul, with your essence, with your being. Okay? The soul is all about the essence of ourselves. Side note, put that away for later. So you're going to accept it willingly. Okay? The third thing you're going to do is you're going to drive yourself nuts. Driving yourself nuts is my phrase because that's how I felt inside. Because what I wound up doing is I wound up then finding friends. Once I said, okay, well, but Deborah, in acceptance, when I was accepting them for the people they were, I was accepting their behavior. And I was praying over them. And yeah, and the acceptance for me was a big part of it. And that worked for many years, until someone noticed that it was affecting me in a negative manner. Because I was still having those times when I was angry and I'm like, why am I angry? I don't know why I'm feeling angry. Okay, so I don't know why I'm feeling angry. It's just my empathic, abilities. Am I, picking up on somebody else's thing? No, there wasn't anybody around me that was angry that I could see or that I could feel. But, they removed themselves. The issue with that, and this is where and when I realized I have to work on being ready, is that one of the people that walked away from my life wound up to be in a really needy place, and they committed suicide. And I thought to myself, wow, okay. No, I know, Deborah. I know. Why didn't I see that? I'm an empath. Why couldn't I see this? Forget, this was at the beginning of my awakening. And the first part of my abilities was always psychic. But my psychic, it's just weird. My psychic abilities are like almost like spread across the horizon. So I learned to use that as my fallback on. We all have something that we fall back on within ourselves, whether it's dysfunction, whether it's functionality, whether it's praying. We all have something that we fall back on. It's human nature. It's part of being in this vessel. Okay. Now I fall back on prayer, but I didn't always put prayer first. That was a learned behavior. But basically, bottom line is, when you care about everything and everyone, and you can feel that, you tend to take on energies and feelings that are not yours. Okay. So I know I didn't want to do that, because that was going backwards, because I started beating myself up like, why didn't I see that she was feeling hopeless? Why didn't I see that? Why didn't I feel that? Because in my mind, I was saying out loud, have a great day, but in my mind I was doing this. So, hey Danielle, hey Gigi. So in my mind, saying to someone, I'm flipping you the bird, but have a great day, wasn't serving me. So I had to do something about that. So I knew I had to find a way to separate a person from their horrible behavior. That it was okay to love the person, but not take on the behavior. Deem it unacceptable and let it slide off the mountainside, so to speak. But I found that, oh, sorry guys, I'm a little wheezy today. I found that as much as I was trying to force the issue to do that, it wasn't coming to me. It wasn't coming to me like I knew in my heart of hearts it should come to me. It's because I was not ready. Anything that we go through in life, anything that we touch or that touches us, either way, because it's a two-way street, you have to be ready for it. It's like, okay, your awakening is going to happen when you're ready. You just aren't cognizant. You're just not cognizant of the fact that, ooh, I think I'm ready. Okay, I will have that enlightenment now. It's oh. All right, Danielle, I'll put that down, honey. I go back and I'll do the comments again. Because I don't want to lose my train of thought here, sweetheart, okay? And it's your uncle? Oh, Godfather. Oh, okay, Danielle. I'll put Danielle, Godfather, and I'll go back for the comments later. I This whole time it said that? Okay, it says I'm live with no viewers. So I don't know what's going on. But my apologies. It's just part of it just seems like they disappeared and all I got is a picture. Okay, so I will both post it on the page Coffee with Dawn and I will continue on here. There it goes. Oh, it's not me. It's Facebook. I just got a message. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook's end. We don't know. So I'm going to end this broadcast because what it's telling me is it's going to keep glitching and giving me a problem. They say I can try creating a new broadcast or just remove this destination from the broadcast. Well, it's Coffee with Dawn and it's the page. So I'm going to end this broadcast if you're still seeing this. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to end it. Not end it all. You gotta laugh sometimes. I'm gonna end this broadcast and I'm gonna find a way to pick up where I left off. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.